Dear you, lovely unknown person, I wish for you to look inside your heart and acknowledge the strength that you have inside you. You are and will always be perfect, just like that, just the way you are, with all my love. That wasn't me. So I invited some of my friends and we went to a cafe one evening after work, and I brought some letter writing paper because I have a lot anyway. I write a lot of letters, so I brought lots of letters and lots of stickers and other things that we could decorate them with, and we sat down in a cafe in downtown Helsinki and we wrote love letters to strangers. So we addressed them maybe dear you or hey you, and when I first told people, they were like, oh, but how can you write love letters to someone you don't know? But I guess more than a romantic, like, I love you, you're so amazing letter, it was more about, like, hey you, like, you're fantastic and you're doing great, and sort of lifting people up. So we spent a few hours writing. I think in total we had 5 of us who came, and by the end of the evening we had maybe, I think it was 20 or 25 letters that were all written and decorated, and then we folded them up how we used to do at school, and instead of writing someone's name on it, we just wrote hey you or hey stranger or finders keepers, or if you found this, it's for you. So, dear fellow traveller, dare to love yourself as though you are a rainbow with pots of gold at either end. Anonymous. You are perfectly imperfect, just the way you are. I hope you believe in yourself and learn above all else to love and support you with love. A fellow traveler. We divided them amongst the 5 of us, so we had an even amount, and then the general instruction was just to leave them around. So for me, I was leaving them on bus seats when I stood up, or sometimes in the shopping, like a centre in the supermarket somewhere. We posted one on a tram stop. I did speak to one friend yesterday, and she said she really maybe apologetically, she's like, I kind of did a little bit differently, and she actually held on to them, and then when she met someone, so maybe it was a friend or an acquaintance who she just felt, oh, they could do with this letter today, so then she gave it to them that way, which I still think is really cool. So yeah, that's what we did. I was inspired by a TED talk that I saw by Hannah Brencher, and she was writing letters in exactly the same way for strangers in her university years. She hit a sort of depression point, and her mother always used to write letters to her, and that was her way of getting herself out of her depression. She started writing letters exactly like this to strangers and leaving them around campus, and she wrote hundreds and hundreds of letters, and it was really about making herself feel better, but then obviously people were finding them and they were feeling better as well, and it turned into a whole movement where you can actually visit the website now, moreloveletters.com. And so people had found these letters and were so inspired by it that now the way the system works is that if someone's feeling like they need a lift up, they can write to moreloveletters.com and say this is the situation, or sometimes people's friends are doing it for them. And then there's loads of volunteers like me who have signed up. We get an email maybe once a week, and it says, it gives us a list of people who might need some love letters, and then we can write a love letter, send it into the headquarters, and then they send it to the person in need. So I saw the TED Talk, and then I went to the website, and I just fell in love because I've written letters my whole life. I have still at my mother's house in my childhood home boxes and boxes of letters that I've received from friends, because we were always having letter exchanges and letter books, and I still today have 2 pen pals. So it's something that is really touched me and resonated with me. So I've never found someone who's read one of the, or found and read one of the letters before.
We can do it today.
Yes.
How do you think the people will react?
I don't know, because I think in Finland it's a little bit different too. I don't know the reaction. I'm hoping it's positive. I think it will be a nice thing to receive. And because a lot of the ones that I write are in English, maybe English speakers will pick them up. Hey you, I know there's a light that burns inside of you. Do you feel it? I hope you do, and you learn to love that light with all your heart and let it shine. I hope it guides you through the rough days and reminds you you are loved, because you are. Much love, a fellow traveller. Maybe about the words that I'm choosing and maybe what I would like to read in such a letter if I found one, and maybe a little bit worrying about what someone might think when they pick it up. And right now I'm trying to remember a passage.
And it made me really happy to read those things, like that every one of us can be really valuable the way we are. I think it's a nice idea to surprise someone you don't know, and it gives you a good feeling when you find it.